there, Jimmy Tick here with Phoenix Home Inspections, bringing you another hints, tips, tricks. Got a little project I'm actually working on. This is my day off, so I'm not in my uniform. You know, my Phoenix, I do have my hat on in front of my truck. But what I'm going to show you is a tip on how to fix your pancake stairs for your pool. If you're familiar with these, let me show you what. This right here is a set of pancake stairs. These things go anywhere from $600 to $900, so they are expensive. They are also poorly designed. This one here, you can see all the yellow. That's where it actually cracked. So let me show you what it looks like on the inside. The inside just has these tubes, but you can see I reinforced it with PVC pipe. Okay, so as you come in here, do you see that cone shape in the front? That cone shape, that's actually the original work. That's what actually held it up with water. But what happens is, you can see where I've got the clear there, where it's kind of see-through. It cracks right there on the steps, and then up here. So what I did is I came through here and put fiberglass tape, resin, and then I put these Samsonite hangers. Now these were galvanized, where these down here are still better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock the rust off and actually fiberglass over those to make them watertight so they'll last a little bit longer. But if you're going to do this, you want to do some brackets like this, running some PVC pipe. I use some brackets to hold the pipes in place because glue will not hold it in place. And then on the front of it, I use the resin to seal the cracks. As you can see, I'm in the process of trying to remove the majority of the paint, because what you want to do is use like this marine type paint, because the other paints that you buy in the store will not bond and hold up, because this thing's going to be submerged underwater. So by using this marine paint on top of the epoxy, now the spray cans, the enamel, which has paint I believe, it didn't bond real well, especially with the fiberglass, because it had gave here, where up here where I reinforced it, it held up pretty well, and then it started cracking down here. So I went ahead and put some more Samson ties. You want to use stainless steel screws to hold them in place, and I kind of spaced them out about 4 inches apart. But okay, so I've actually got all the brackets in. I had to get a little bit of help. I've got the fiberglass. What I did was I'm putting that resin over top of the screws. So I'm starting to paint. I thought I'd stop for a second and just show you what it looked like after hitting it with the orbital sander. I got most of the old paint off of it, so I got plenty of bite. I washed it, dried it, got it pretty well smooth. I put 2 coats of resin on top of the screws. Like I said, it takes about 8 minutes for it to harden where you can no longer work with it, but it takes 2 hours before you can even paint it or sand it or paint it. When you sand it, you want to use 80 grit. You can see, like, here's all my new brackets. So they go over and under. I needed help getting those tightened down. But anyway, I want to show you what it looks like. Granted, I'm brushing the seams first, and then I'm going to use a nice smooth roller, which would give me a really nice finish. Okay, so I've got the pool steps all done. Just a few little quick thoughts I'll show you. So I think they look pretty good. Came out pretty good. Again, I just used fiber resin along the seams of it. I put some on top of the screws, which worked out really well. Again, I used Samson ties on the back to hold it. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed in myself is the fact that I didn't take the time to really sand the rise on the steps, so they look a little sloppy. But come on, it's gonna be in the water and they're functional. That is the goal. Sure does beat spending $300 to $900 depending on what type of pancake steps you get. I've got fiberglass, the resin, stainless steel screws, and the Samson ties. It was kind of expensive. It was about 138 bucks. And also, I think that included me buying a new orbital sander with sanding pads. But if I would have took the time to spend a little bit more time on the rises, they would turn out a little bit better. If you notice, I put them on blocks, and that's so that way I can actually paint underneath the bottom, get underneath of it without getting paint on the driveway. One last thought too is this stuff is pretty sticky, kind of reminds you of like epoxy as it dries. Very hard to wash off, so soap and water is not going to cut it. You definitely want to keep some mineral spirits on hand. That way you can get your stuff pretty well clean, because it's a little hard to get all the stuff off of it. But anyway, hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what to do if you need to repair a set of Pancake steps. Until next time, have a good day. See ya. Bye.